a mystery-filled modern take on Rider-Waite-Smith deck with a unique twist, an additional major arcana card, and vibrant reimagining of some of the familiar archetypes. This was created by an indigenous artist, and it's quite a quirky and thought-provoking deck. Is it worth adding it to your collection? Let's find out together. Hey, welcome back. This is Jay with Lunaco Tarot, where I bring you weekly tarot and oracle deck reviews and an occasional book review to inspire your readings. And for those 70% of you who keep coming back but haven't subscribed yet, I see you, you know what to do. Today's deck, Tarot of the Cosmic Seed, was published by the Red Wheel Wizard. This deck was created by Lalani Simon. A beautiful deck. So this has been praised by Little Red Tarot. I'm sure this is a shop that is known to you for the decks that they're selling, the lot of Indian, really cool mass-produced decks. This is a standard Rider-Waite-Smith system, and it's got 79 cards. There's an additional card that we will talk about, and really nice packaging, sturdy. You're created by You Are the Cosmic Seed, and I'll talk about the concept of the deck when we go through the guidebook. Now, as you can see, because the box is relatively small, the guidebook is also small, but that is okay because it's really based on Rider-Waite-Smith Smith system. It's reimagining of the standard deck. Now, the idea there, the Cosmic Seed, is that all of us share this, I'm going to call it a divine spark, and this deck is about revealing that cosmic seed to you. And that additional card that I was referring to is the Cosmic Seed card, which you will also see when we go through the review. Pretty standard deck in terms of guidebook, in terms of what it offers. This is just, I think, a unique spread here, the spiritual growth spread. Other than that, you get interpretation of cards, but it's on par for the most part with traditional Rider-Waite deck. So if you are familiar with that system, it's not going to be a problem for you. So this deck was digitally created, not AI, but with digital artwork, and the cardstock is pretty good. I really like it. First of all, the cards are gilded with blue. Look at that. Aren't you loving this? In the back of the card, I also have this silvery blue print, which is very nice. I haven't seen one of these in a while, and as I mentioned, I like some of my publisher designs, but sometimes I don't invest in good quality stock, and unfortunately that is the case with some of them, and it's pretty sad, but not with this one. The card measure, the thickness is 0.36, which is pretty good. It's quite a thick card actually, but it doesn't stop you from shuffling them or breaking the deck, right? Which I don't like doing with the new decks because they're so beautiful. You have to have a working deck and deck in rotation if you haven't, and some of them just use them on a rare and special occasion for special read maybe. Let's go for the cards, and let me just quickly explain to you a little bit what's different about this. So this deck, as Lalania says, she removed some of the legacy references to stuff like imperial system, what she refers to, not having an emperor and empress. Also, the court cards have been replaced as well. And it's a modern take on tarot, right? So there are some changes that are done to the deck in terms of the code cards. You will see it when we get there. Then I'll share with you my feedback on some of these. And if you're ready, and I'm sure you're ready, let's go and have a look at this. Starting with the Wanderer, this is the Fool card. Interesting take. The gem is floating in the air, and there's a dog. I think it's actually a fox that wants to join the Fool, but no such luck. So I guess the Fool here is just going solo, holding a white rose, a symbol of innocence. That's pretty cool. I do like the Magician card, I have to tell you that. So instead of displaying your traditional element, as you can probably see here on my desk here, we are seeing the little symbols of them here, and what the mind can conceive, your heart can, I guess, give you enough motivation to make. And I think it's also pointing, you know, as above us, so below. Very cool take. I haven't seen that, and I quite like it. I think it's probably one of my favorite cards. Just the idea behind it, the logic, really, really cool. All right, so the High Priestess, same idea. You've got a wise owl, and now we've got a book. And I think it's pomegranate. Maybe you can tell me pomegranate meaning for spiritual development. Yeah, so this is where a change happens, the sacred feminine. So the artist took a different take on this, and she reimagined those cards with it's more of a modern take, and I think it's quite nice. The sacred masculine, this is your emperor, and you can see some indigenous influence here. Beautiful card again. I like how there's a change of color here. Now, it would be nice to know where the images came from. I'm not familiar with faces, but again, I'm not that close to indigenous history. Perhaps it's someone well known in the community. I'm not quite sure. Love the eagle here. Really cool card. The teacher. So we've got this Egyptian glyph here, and then some mysterious creatures. I want to say these are constellations, but then there are some that, you know, like a peacock. I don't know if peacock is an actual constellation, and some glyphs here, and of course the Kabbalah tree of life here too, if you can see in the background. Really cool. I think that perhaps Hierophant isn't necessarily just the teacher for me. It combines a few other cards, but I'll show you my honest take on what this deck is, what's the best use of this deck and who it's for, and some of my thoughts on it at the end of the video. The Lovers card, not a expected take, isn't it? A couple of dragonflies. It's another cool reference which I'm not familiar with. Maybe you can tell me what it is. The Chariot. I like how there's a number plate here, says Cosmic. That's pretty cool. Different take on the Chariot, taking the wheel, but in this case it's a modern car and a constellation in the back. The Strength card, a bit of an indigenous influence here. I quite like it. I like the leopard in the back, and I think it's blue agave. The Hermit, a different take here on a hermit. You got a moon and a lantern and a yoga pose, taking a refuge, contemplating on life. The Wheel of Fortune, this is a Mayan calendar, if I'm not mistaken. Interesting way. It's cycles of life. I think this, to me, connects with the original meaning of card quite well. The Justice, nothing unusual here. See the scales of justice and the heart, and I cannot really tell what the other one is. It looks to me it's a feather, so this is going back to the Egyptian beliefs, crossing the river, if I'm not mistaken, the myth. The Hanged One. Now the symbolism of this I'm not quite understand, because they see the white rose with symbol of innocence. Is that perhaps the hanged man? It's hanged one in this situation. Looks like a female body, getting perhaps past the naivety, because the rosebud is changing its color to more of a red one. So interesting take. The Death card is pretty cool. Yeah, I quite like it. For some reason, reminds me of a Mexican design, and there's a moth in the back showing the the rebirth, the new cycle. The symbolism in this deck is on point. I quite like what they use here. You have to pay attention to small minute detail to realize that. Now with this one, I'm curious about that because temperance here, I think these they look like butterfly wings, but again, if it's a symbol of rebirth, I'm not quite sure how temperance has this, but the connection between intuition and logic, or manifested and unmanifested, if you will, with these two fishes, I think that's definitely there. The devil, been imprisoned by your addictions or dependencies. I think that depicts it quite well. The key is right there. She can't get out anytime, but she chooses to stay there. And you've got the horns of the devil there, so really cool. I love the tower. Very similar meaning to the original deck, of course. Curious about the eye. Maybe you can share with me what you think the eye is for. It's almost like the tower can see you, but then the tower is distracted. So that is quite interesting. The star, the symbol of hope. New take. Quite like it. The moon, of course. It's a geometrical shape here as well. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Merkaba. Have different meanings in different cultures. Quite an interesting one. The wolves here are wolves and not dogs, and they howling at the moon. So that's pretty cool. No crustacean on this one, but the symbolism is the same. I do love this sun. It's such a beautiful, beautiful use of this ancient sun with a human face. I think it's a nice take on the card, and immediately stands out to you. Again, what I like about this deck is every card has its own artistic meaning, and they are different. I think there's a prevalence of maybe dark blue here, but they are different cards every now and then. They just jump at you. It's kind of cool. Liberation. So yeah, so this is another reimagining of the card. Instead of having a judgment, you've got this, and you've got a butterfly reincarnation. So that you're going for a next cycle. It's liberating from your maybe karmic circle, maybe something else. But this is a new judgment card. And of course, the world. Yeah, it was quite interesting. It reminds me of a Machete Empress, where there was a globe with the face of a divine feminine representation there, and you got flowers in the back. And this is the Cosmic Seed. I reckon it's a really cool card. What do you think? Yeah, so this is representing that cosmic force, the spark. I keep thinking of Star Wars when I hear that. The chi energy, perhaps. That's that connection with the divine that we all carry with us. Very, very cool. All right, now we're going to Minor Arcana. There will be some interesting stuff there. Pay attention to the backgrounds. I'll see if I can point out. Maybe you'll find something that I didn't see straight away. Ace of Cups, of course, representing the same thing. This is Two of Cups. And you've got your lunar cycle here. And you will see, you will recognize the traditional cards. They just have a different meaning. Like this on the card of celebration, Three of Cups. You got these teacups there. It's pretty cool, modern take, sort of. I guess it's probably more 19s and 30s. It's like New York, ladies out on a night out. Four of Cups, card of stagnation, often not seeing opportunities in front of you. And this cup is right here, right behind. Notice the sacred geometry there. This deck is filled with sacred geometry. You will see it pretty much on every card or on most of them. The Five of Cups, regret. The crows are there, so some of these elements from Rider-Waite travel to this deck as well. Six of Cups, of course. So the happy childhood. I don't know if you can see it here. The enjoyment of life, the nostalgia. The Seven of Cups. This is our illusions, and there they are still. Let's see, recognize some of them there from a traditional deck. Not all, but some. Eight of Cups, walking away from from something no longer serves you, or maybe taking a break from emotional turmoil that's happening in your life, relationships that no longer work. And you see the chorus eye, I think that is, and the peacock. Nine of Cups, and your wish card. Things come true. Interesting looking carafes, I think, is a mix of different vessel types, and of course the happiness card, the 10 of Cups. A bit of a Mexican motifs here, I think, and I'm pretty sure there were some old photographs used for this. Right, this is where it's changing a little bit, and in a good way, I would say. The pages, they are messengers, which they are, and you can see, you remember the Page of Cups. I'm gonna drink from this cup because there's a fish in it. Now the action is quite interesting because they represent the element of a suit, but the action in this deck is represented by this upward pointing triangle of fire. And in this one, this is obviously the element of cups, and you've got your border element inside of the action triangle, and some flowers there too. The nurture of cups, that is your queen. Now again, because there's no queens here, that has been removed, you will see different you'll see male and female characters here, obviously. It's quite interesting. And a mastery of cups, so this is a person, character, who mastered the emotions and relationships and externalize them. Octopus here in the background too. So now we go into the suit of coins. I do like this ace, by the way. I do like it. That coin's almost was taking a photo of actual real coin. Not familiar with what this coin is, but it looks pretty good. The two of coins, the balancing act, a ballerina. Actually used in a few cards that I have seen before. Also, it looks familiar to me. It's a bridge in the back. Oh, the three of coins. Some mastery, collaboration, working together. Different take on this. I think these ladies are probably having more fun than the ones on Rider-Waite-Smith. But look, it's a modern take, right? We have to learn from whatever new things we see in life. It's quite interesting. The Four of Cups, a balancing act, or maybe even not a balancing act, more to do with trying to hold on to all the coins you have. Yeah, been almost paralyzed with this. I think this guy is doing okay. He's pretty he looks flexible to me. This is an interesting card. He looks like he's got it, you know. The Five of Coins, desperation, financial troubles. See that the familiar to use stained glass, the coins there, and the Greek statue that looks in despair. I love this card. There's a lot of Hinduism in this one. Six of Coins, generosity. Cool looking coins too. Kind of look like the one I have there. Seven of Coins. It's a beautiful card. I do like it. It looks like pineapple or maybe corn growing out. The Eight of Coins, becoming a must outfit trade. Cool idea there too. Less of a sacred geometry in these ones than major arcana. The Nine of Coins. This lady made it in life. She's enjoying herself, confident. For some reason, there's a lot of parrots in this deck. I do like parrots. And the Ten of Coins, of course. Beautiful elephants there. Messenger of Coins, that's our page. See, it's another one with a fire. Well, as an action, and the earth element here. So this is our knight. Nurture of Coins. So this is traditionally a queen. Yep, so he's internalizing the resources and have all the earthy, practical elements sorted out. The mastery of coins. I feel like this frog here. There's a lot of, apart from seeing sort of desert Mexican looking like motifs, there's also a lot of parrots and tropical images. I do like these aces. Aces, they really aced aces in this deck. A bit of a sacred geometry here. I like this dragonflies element on the sword. And this has been one of the most enjoyable decks that I have worked with recently. Just because of symbolism and little detail you pay attention to, you will see them. Like a peacock is back here. The Two of Swords, of course. So making decision, not knowing what to do, juggling between intuition and logic. The Three of Swords, good deck. The rusty looking swords, and you've got a good card. The rose button in the middle. Bit of a sacred geometry there. It looks like sacred geometry, or maybe just a pattern. The Four of Swords, taking some time off of ideas, communication, reflecting. Five of Swords, the fight, the change. Six of Swords, so rite of passage, or maybe again taking time off away, stepping away from battles. The Seven of Swords. This lady is up to some mischief. If you remember traditional card, I like this sort of cheeky hiding face, and almost like a thief. It's cool. And daggers, yeah, instead of swords. Eight of Swords, familiar card, and again there's a beautiful tropical bird in there, and riding the cloud. The Nightmare, anxiety. Kind of cool. There's a spider there, just tells you what the card is, and then also feeling that you are protected, because I think it's a dua, a Turkish symbol, protects from evil eye. Ten of Swords, the end of a cycle. Much nicer card, don't you think? There's no like bloodshed here. It's just a scorpion, it's a betrayal, and it's nicely arranged eyes. The Messenger of Swords. Not sure who this lady is, but she does look happy. Yeah, I'm not sure what the constellation meaning of that is. It's kind of cool. Going back to the action card, and of course this is a sword, so this is the element of air. Nurture of Sword. It's a queen, a wise queen, and Mastery of Sword. Yeah, so I'm not sure who this fellow is, but if maybe there's a reference to representation of someone who did show the ability to, you know, express himself and communicate in a really clear way, and someone who's very logical. Perhaps there's some symbolism there with the wing as well being an air symbol. Now we're in a wands territory. Another beautiful ace. Two of Wands. Strategizing, planning, moon crescent there, pyramids. Different take. Now looking at the vast ocean or river of opportunities in front of you, and making the next move. This lady is dressed in almost like a monk attire, so I'm not sure what the symbolism is, and these wands are made of gold by the looks of it. The Four of Wands. I like the reference to the Rider-Waite deck with a bit of green leaves on each wand, which is cool. Building a strong foundation of something, a garden. I'm not sure if I get the sense of celebration from this card, but it does have a very good vibe, a very strong energy. The Five of Wands. It's a first conflict. I do like these ones. They remind me of the English like Londoners walking around with this, you know, with the cane, walking cane, right? A walking stick, and a snake in here. The Six of Wands, the victory. This lady does look victorious. The Seven of Wands. So defending your ground. I do like this. Reminds me of a Filipino stick fighting, but this lady looks more like Japanese, I want to say, maybe Chinese, like an ancient one. I do like this take on Eight of Wands, by the way. Having this arrows flying in the air, like a lot of stuff happening. It does change the meaning. With arrows, obviously they hit on impact, where with the sticks the image is landing and something that's coming to the action that is coming to an end. It just shows you the this is not going to be there forever. Though with the arrows, they're going to land in someone. Something may happen after. Nine of Wands. All right, so embattled. These are very Russian-looking trees, or European-looking trees. I think they used it to write on the bark, centuries ago. You got your Ten of Wands. The end of cycle. Clearing up. Closing off. Messenger of Wands. Action of Wands. It's probably the prettiest action card in this deck. I do like this, and a sun is back now. And of course, this is fire within fire. How cool is that? The Nurture of Wands. The Queen of Wands. And this is a Mastery of Wands. Someone who mastered their passions. We're going to do a 3-card read. And to save you time, I'm not going to go perhaps and look at every meaning of this card, but we'll do kind of like an intuitive reading and using Rider-Waite-Smith explanation. And let's just ask a question for the viewer, those who dialed in to watch this video. What will your day look like? Whether it's you're getting ready for your morning, or you're watching this in the evening, so then it's going to be for tomorrow. Let's see what your day will look like, and we'll look at your theme of the day, the challenge, and the action that you should take to overcome that challenge. So I picked my 3 cards here, and let's see what day tomorrow brings. This cards blend so well with this with this horoscope pattern in the back. I didn't expect that, but it will get better, I promise you, once we turn them over. You see, the Sacred Masculine. So the day ahead of you is going to be very well structured, and I would say that you will have a complete command of whatever is happening with you. You will lead for the day with confidence and knowledge that you can achieve it all, and a wisdom because you are the person who are very familiar with your subject matter, and you are in complete control. The challenge with this, and it's interesting because Mastery is referring to the Queen of Cups, and this is a King of Cups in this deck. I would say is that while you are strong and being able to control your day and take total command, you also need to master your emotion and navigate not just with pure logic and strong hand, but be attuned to other people's feelings and read into emotion, into relationships that you do have with those people, and be mindful of that. And the suggestion to this is to use resources that are available to you. What are you passionate about? What's something that you care about? When you deal with these challenges, being this strong-willed person, the expert in the field, or perhaps someone who knows what they do, approach your relationships and emotional challenges at work using your heart. Don't use your strong will and logic, but remember what you're passionate about. Why are you in this in the first place? And that will get you off a good start. I reckon it's a beautiful addition to the deck. You will have to get used to a little bit of recognizing these names, because I keep thinking, is that a queen or is that a king or is this an emperor? But I think with a bit of practice you will have no problem using this deck. It is beautiful, the cardstock is amazing. I think it's a good reimagining, and this publisher just came out of nowhere, because you probably know how I give praise to Los Scarabeo, but now I'm realizing that there are other publishers out there who just secretly, quietly doing a really good job. So my final thoughts. This is a well thought out modern take on Rider-Waite. Probably not the best first deck, but if you are familiar with Rider-Waite, it could be an amazing second deck. If you love the imagery, you should get one of these. I don't think you'll regret it. It's a versatile deck. You can use it for a lot of readings. As you can see, it's not geared toward, let's say, some romantic relationships or business or anything. You can do anything with it. It's a bit of a spiritual twist to it. I would say probably more geared towards emotional and spiritual readings, given the fact that it's called the Cosmic Seed. This is it for today's review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you know what to do. I've got more reviews coming up and I wanted to be a part of it. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.